Good morning, everyone. It's Friday morning, and I want you to know I lied to you, okay? I said we were going to try to get through the works of the flesh within our 4 days this week. We're going to kind of go into next week a little bit. But anyway, stay with me. Today I want to cover four more of those sins that we need to get rid of in our life that are listed there in Galatians 5. And the four that I want us to think about today, first of those is the sin of hatred. You know, it's kind of the opposite of love, that is the first fruit of the Spirit that we looked at here a couple weeks ago. But hatred is the idea of the very opposite of loving. Now, one of the things about hatred is that it has a way of multiplying. You know, once we hate one person, pretty soon we hang on to it and then we hate someone else. And so that aspect of hatred kind of has the ability to where it begins to take over our life. And pretty soon we just hate everybody and we hate everything and we go through life that way. In a sense, that sin of hatred can take over our entire life to where it almost defines who we are. And so the best thing the Bible says is get rid of that right away, to put it out of your life and be done with it. Now that means that you need to deal with those issues right away, forgive those people around you quickly, and don't hold a grudge. Because if you don't deal with this sin, you know, the second thing that happens is the sin of discord that is listed here. And this sin of discord is really points to the idea of quarreling. You know, once you hate somebody, you kind of look for an opportunity to pick a fight. And sometimes you can pick up that sense of quarreling where someone is they're just on the edge all the time. And so the sin of hatred will lead to this quarreling. And so we've got to get rid of quarreling, and maybe that means we've got to get rid of the hatred before that. But the other sin that Paul mentions in this list is jealousy. Now, this sin of jealousy is the idea of begrudging people of what they have. You know, it's kind of like, well, they've got more than me, and I'm angry at them for that. You know, in a way, it's sort of class warfare in a way, but it's a jealousy that hates people for what they possess. Now, we need to get rid of that. The Bible says we need to learn to be content with whatever we have and to have a sense of peace and satisfaction with what God has given us in our life. Now, there's a fourth sin that's mentioned, and this fourth one is fits of rage. Now, you see how all of this leads to fits of rage. You know, if you feel like somebody has more than you have and they don't deserve it, you get angry at them. If you're ready to quarrel with them, if you hate them, pretty soon fits of rage is just the natural consequence of all of that. And it's those situations where you just blow up and you blow all over someone and you hurt them. And in a way, you probably feel good about it when you're done. Well, the Bible says that we are to get rid of all of that in our lives. And if that's a progression, you may need to go back and start practicing a good dose of forgiveness and overlooking and refreshing those relationships that have been broken, and deal with this segment of sin that Paul lists here in Galatians 5. Now, I think those are sins that can kind of creep in, and sometimes we don't even notice them. But think about them, look at your life, and think about these sins, and you got a whole weekend to deal with them. You'll probably be a new person by Monday. Anyway, we'll see you then. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. God bless.